Hello friends and welcome to my channel Simply Stocks, and today I'm going to talk about the questions that have come up. So I'll answer all the queries that have come up from the viewers as well as talk about the markets. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation. People taking any position into any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. So before I go to the question answer session, here's a small request that kindly support me through Patreon, and once you do that, it will help me grow the channel. It will also help you ask me questions directly on a daily basis through Patreon by having that $10 tier that I'm having. By going through that, you'll be able to get access to my portfolio and a watch list that I'm preparing and would be uploaded by today or tomorrow. So a watch list of stocks that I'll look after, and there have been many exclusive articles that would be published there. If you want detailed portfolio inquiry for your portfolios as well as some say stock talk or anything related to the markets, and you want to discuss with me on call or otherwise and in detail, then kindly email me and I'll try to help you out with that as well. Now before I come to the question and answer part, let's talk about the markets. So because there have been quite sudden move over the last 2-3 days in the markets, and let me know if I'm wrong or not in this. So 95.80 is where we are at, and it is totally you can say disconnected to the kind of economy that we are currently are having. So we are in a situation where our economic parameters are in doldrums at 4.2. You can say the growth rate is at 4.2%, and it could dip even further, probably half from here in the next 2 quarters. But yet the markets are at 9,500. I believe that it could be headed towards 9,800 now, 9,800, 9,900. But then I'm very bad at predicting it, because I remember, and I do vouch for that on Wednesday I talked about the market going down after a big up day, but it did not. It moved even further up on the expiry, and on Friday it moved beyond 9,500. So probably the charts are saying that we are headed back to 9,900 or so, and then we could see some correction, or let's see where we head after that. But over a long run, over the next 3, 4, 5 months, I still believe that the market is headed lower, and we could be staring at a sharp decline, similar to what happened in February, probably by August or so, or before that. So it doesn't take too long for the markets to fall. You need to understand that, and hence it is extremely important to get the best shares. So best stocks that you would like to buy, or best stocks in each sector, some stocks which are debt free, which have no pledges, which are growing at 20-25%. These are the stocks that you need to look at and keep buying in these turmoil period over the next 6-8 months, and by 2021 and post that, for the next 4-5 years, you'll make a lot of money. So that is probably my strategy for the markets at the moment. Any declines in that major stocks, and I've talked about those stocks a lot, like Asian Paints, Pidilite, etc., Maruti, Eicher Motors. There are many in the chemical sector. I've talked about the chemical sector a lot recently, and many other stocks like the Whirlpools of the world, or Britannia, etc. These are very good stocks to get into on declines for a longer period of time. Probably you can do that and just wait it out for the next 4-5 years. You'll get very good returns. Coming to the question answer part, and there's some more than a dozen questions that have come up, so let's take them one by one. The first question is from Waqar Khan, and he asked about GVK Power. He hold the shares at 2 rupees, sorry, not dollars, but 2 rupees 75 paise, and he wants to know whether he can hold on to the share or not. Currently the stock is trading around 2 rupees 60. I believe you keep a stop loss of around 5% from here, but whatever that comes out to be, probably 1 rupee 60, sorry, not 1 rupee 60, but anywhere 5-7% down from here, and exit at those prices. If you're lucky, you get around 3.5 or 4 rupees, then you exit the share. Srinath has asked, sir, is INDIAMART similar to Alibaba? Well, I don't think so. I think Alibaba sells a lot more products than IndiaMart, but IndiaMart Intimesh itself is a pretty solid company. The only problem with the company is a little bit of debt here and there, and the fact that they are into a business in which the economy needs to do well, because they sell office products, and offices would do well only well their businesses would do well. So it's indirectly related to the economy. The numbers of IndiaMart has not been that great. It has been up and down. So that's why I'm not very gung-ho on the company. But yes, it is in a space of online, it is in a online space that may do well over the next 5-6 years. All right, so Dude Aman has asked, can you review about Wonderella stock? So Wonderella Holidays he's talking about. Avoid for the time being, and especially all these recreational holiday companies, even hotels, etc. Even if they open up and these lemon trees of the world goes up, if you are holding on to it, then just hold on to them. Do not sell. But if you have not bought into it, don't get into it. You will have sleepless nights, because this is going to continue. The problems in the economy is going to continue further down the line, is going to continue probably at least for the next year or so. So but do not look at such companies at the moment. Okay, so how you are recommending something like a TANLA solutions, because cash flow is negative, ROE is less than 4, etc. Ask Reddy, A Reddy. See, Tanla Solutions is an interesting company, and I'm very bullish about it. I have made no, you can say, qualms about it, and I'm very clear to say that Tanla at 65, 66, 70 rupees is pretty cheap, and I keep writing about it. I have like looked at the company since 2016 and have been following it, have been trading into it, and see, I don't talk about any company with details unless I know about the management, etc. to the core, although I may go wrong. But unless I don't know about the details in complete, you can say, in completeness, I won't go as far as saying that you buy and this could end up being a multi-bagger, etc. Just like the multi-bagger videos I put up for Tanla earlier. Similar to what I did with Kilpist some 8 months back, I did for Tanla as well, and the stock fell from around 65 all the way to 37, 38. I believe that the numbers are good. So just to take this further, so the return on equity is negative only because the company is showing depreciation for the last 3-4 quarters, and they're going to show another round of depreciation in the March quarter, which I'm eagerly waiting for the results, because they have said that by March 2020 they are going to declare all the you can say all the depreciation that has to be talked about. So 60 crores is around the depreciation. Once the depreciation go away, then those sales numbers, which are coming out to be around 700-800 crores, or could be 1,000 crores from next quarter onwards, we could be having a situation where the company would be churning out 180-170 crore profit on a yearly basis, 180 crore, 250 crores net profit, and the stock is at 1,000 crore, or the company is trading at only 1,000 crore market cap. So this cannot sustain, and that's why I'm bullish on Tanla Solutions. Okay, so now Rastogi has asked that, hi, what is your view on the telecom sector, especially the Bharti Airtel versus Jio? I think both companies are going to benefit. Bharti has raised prices over the last few months. Jio has done the same, and they both have raised prices in the tune of 30 to 40%. That's why the ARPU has increased sharply. There is no doubt that this sector is going to reap the benefits in the coming 4-5 years for sure. You can take your pick between Bharti and you can say Reliance. I'm invested into Reliance, so that's a standard disclaimer, and I did write about it that I bought into Reliance, so I'm invested in it. It's a trading position. I do not intend to stay with it for say 4, 5, 6 years, but I'm very bullish on this sector for the next 4 to 5 years. Dr. Prasanna Soru has asked when I made that video of multi-bagger picks or consistent picks which are going to do well, that whether FL India is good or bad, or it's not good enough to be in that list. Doctor, I did put up that list to have a safe kind of 20, 22, 18, 20, 18 to 22, 23% return annually, and probably those stocks, at least 4 of those 5 stocks, you should give that over the 5-6 year period. When it comes to FL India, when it comes to something like, you can say, TANLA solutions, for that matter, any kind of such small caps, IRCTC, etc. These companies are very volatile in nature, so that's why I didn't put that up. That doesn't mean that these companies are not good. So FL is good. It has been running up. Any declines in FL could be bought into, but again, since it is a very small cap company and the results could be up and down, although it has not been over the last 10 years. That's why I didn't put that up. I wanted some pedigree stocks to be put together in a video and told to be bought if somebody is looking for a 16 to 18% return or so. Okay, and in the same kind of video, the one comment came in from a SAP partner, and he said that how about Britannia and ATUL? Yes, of course, Britannia is good. I like the company. It was not in the list, but it has been in the list of many other, you can say, videos in which I have picked 5-6 stocks. So you can go back with Holi picks or the Diwali picks earlier last year. All those had, I think one of them had Britannia. Actually, I'm not that positive on, although the company would give you good consistent returns, but that returns could be between 10 to 12% rather than 16 to 18%. And I would like more like a company like Britannia. Okay, George has asked that what about Varun Beverages for long term, and I think it was in the same video or after the same video in the comment box. Now, Varun Beverages is very good. The company is good. The company is into a niche space. The company is into bottling of cold drinks and bottles and selling all those things, and they have the market leadership. The only problem, I don't put that company in the list. There are two issues. One is they had a case registered against them because of violation of some tax issue and something of that sort. The second is that they have high debt. So wherever I look, Varun Beverages, being a consumer company, should not be having any debt, and most of the consumer companies, like you look at Asian Paints, Britannia, etc., they have virtually no debt. Whirlpool as well. So Varun, I avoided because of these two reasons, and I didn't want to put the investors at a risk by bringing out a company that could give you very good returns but with a lot of risk. Okay. All great stocks, can you make analysis on Petronet LNG? Okay. OBEROI Reality and CANFIN Home. So this is asked by Nitin. I think let's go by one in one line. So Petronet LNG, I'm not very gung-ho about it. The stock is good, company is good, but there are other companies in the oil and gas segment distribution such as MGL, IGL. Even IGL is better than Petronet LNG. That's what I feel. Do your own analysis. And MGL, I like between MGL and IGL, I like Mahanagar Gas at these prices. So before that, Oberoi Reality, Godrej Properties is a better proposition, but I would stay away from any real estate company at the moment, and the reasons are pretty obvious. The third is CANFIN Home. No way I'm going to buy into any NBFCs, and I've told that time and again. So in my opinion, CANFIN Home, if you have it, I would sell it if I would have had it even now. And I believe that NBFCs and banks are going to suffer big time going forward, 1-2 years down the line. All right, so there were more questions that have come up. So will Deepak Nitrite, is it more riskier than AARTI for long term? I'm a passive investor. Both AARTI Industry and Deepak Nitrite is good, but after the results of Deepak Nitrite, I've just mentioned in one of the live sessions as well, that I believe that peak results of Deepak Nitrite are out, and that's why the stock was trending lower after the results, and I would prefer AARTI out of these two. Okay, Srinidhi has asked that how would SBI cards do? I'm positive on SBI cards. So picture this. So the IPO price of SBI cards was around 750, 760 rupees. It came well below IPO, and there was news all across that the listing would be around 1,000 rupees, and we are down something like quite a bit, 30% on SBI cards below 500. I think these prices are extremely attractive. I still believe that in 6 months time or on current valuations, this stock can be considered as a 1,000 rupees stock. At 500 rupees, it is trading something like less than 30 times. I think with the kind of exclusivity the stock has, with the kind of business it has, the leadership, this is the second largest with apart from HDFC Bank in cards. So I think it should trade at 50 times easily, 45, 50 times going forward. So I'm pretty certain that SBI cards is a good buy at around 500 or below 500. What is your view on ATUL Limited, Srinath? Positive on ATUL Limited, as I am positive with IOL Chemicals, Vinity Organics, Galaxy Surfactants, SRF. I mentioned many times these chemical companies. Pidilite, if you consider it as a chemical company, I consider it as a consumer company. Very positive on them. So I'm positive on ATUL. What is your view on IRCTC? I'm planning to buy around 1100. Asked Siddharth. Well, if you're lucky and you get it at 1100, go ahead and buy. I'm positive on IRCTC. I was not able to get it. I was trying to get it around 800 to 1000. I was not able to. If I would have money and the stock falls to 1000, 1100, I'll buy. Monopolistic business, yes, it is a government owned business and people are apprehensive, but that could be a thing of the future, which means 6-7 years down the line. I think in the next 2-3 years it's going to make good money for the investors. So some more questions that have come up. Your view on ITC, you never give view on ITC. It seems to be better than HUL in long term. What do you think? Ask Gopal Krishnan. In my opinion, ITC is an avoid and a sell around 220, 230, and it is because of their cigarette business and the fact that around 50-55% of their business is cigarette business. I think even more. So I don't remember the exact figure. And government will continue to levy higher taxes on cigarette, and that would eat into the profits. Whereas a company like HUL, Dabur, Britannia, GlaxoSmithKline, etc. These companies will keep on churning very good profits even in difficult economy, because they will raise prices according to the inflation. So I'll avoid ITC. All right. Okay, now this is an interesting question coming in from Moneycontrol, and why I have taken this question, you'll understand. So he has Canara Bank, SBI Bank, I think CUB Bank shares, Indian Bank, 1,000 shares of each banks. He's asking whether to buy or sell, and any guesses what would be my answer? So I give you 10 seconds to write as to what my answer would be here. So my answer would be here to just sell it. If you have it, just sell it. Even if you're in losses, just sell it. You might have a situation where these stocks might be trading even lower in a rally. Just sell it. So don't sell it just on Monday morning, but whenever the rally comes. So whenever I say that a stock is a sell, in my opinion, first of all, take your own decision. Standard disclaimer applies. And second thing is, take a calculated guess as to whether the stock will go up or not in the very short term, say in the next few days. If it looks like the stocks will go up, then exit on a slight up move. So it looks like the market is headed at 290, 800, 9900. So it's better to exit than in all these banks. Please need your opinion on Wheels India. So that's interesting. So Wheels India is a very good company in auto ancillary. So it's not bad. If you're in heavy losses, probably you can average a bit, but you need to wait for at least 3 years for this auto industry to recover. I think it will take another year and a half for the stocks to really start moving up big time. So 1 year of pain is more left, I feel, in autos. Good morning, sir. Tell me please about ASHOK Leyland. Now ASHOK Leyland at 40-43 is attractive. I have a feeling that over a 1.5 year period, it could go to 70-75 levels. I don't know, but it looks like. Keep a stop loss at 42 and probably hold on to it. But if it goes below 42, anything can happen. We could even see 20-25 rupee level there. What is your view on THERMAX and Siemens for long term? Avoid THERMAX and Siemens. It would only do well when the economy is doing at 7-8%, growing at 7-8%. There's a lot of infrastructure stuff going. This is a very large gestation period. Companies avoid. Sir, can I contribute you on through Google Pay? Ask Gurumurthy. So the previous question was asked from Saibanu, and this is from Gurumurthy. So he wants to contribute and he's not able to do it through credit card. So I have a facility of UPI payment as well. Let me know through an email and I'll let you know how to go about it. You can do a UPI payment to contribute to my channel as well. So this was my video with all the questions for the week. I'll definitely come up with another video in a week's time with all your queries. Kindly send the queries through. Please like and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get my videos straight away when I post it. Thanks a lot for watching.